Maricel Montero. I'm the Executive Director of Museo Pambata. Here in the museum, as much as possible, we make our theme rooms spacious and enough room for the children to move. As you can see, the children will enjoy learning if there's enough room for them to move and enough room for them to tinker with the exhibits. Other than that, when it's cramped, they would not be able to enjoy learning. We are a children's discovery museum, which means it is sensorial, it is tactile. So the children get to interact, get to hold, touch, smell, feel the exhibits. In that way, the children will be able to really experience the exhibit, not just through looking or through seeing, but to really experience the exhibit. And once they experience it and discover what they can do with it, then that's when the learning happens. So I think that's a important part of a children's museum. That's why all children's museums here and abroad are interactive, which means it's tactile and it's multi-sensorial. Most of the tour groups that come to the museum are big tour groups. Unlike before, wherein we only have like a class or two classes inside the museum, right now sometimes we have the whole elementary grade, or sometimes grade 1 has like 5 sections of 50 students, and that's quite a lot. And we only have 7 theme rooms. In each theme room, it's ideal for a theme room to have around 25 to 30 students. Over than that, it would be too cramped. And sometimes when we have a lot of tour groups, in each room we can have as much as 80 or 60 kids, and that's very hard for the children. Learning does not take place because it becomes very fast. The children are cramped inside and they don't have enough space to really experience the exhibits. Any room for improvement? I want more space. If we have more kids, then we need more space for them to enjoy and to have a learning experience. We have 7 theme rooms, and most of them are really about the environment, the history of Manila, children in the global village, climate change, career options, health, and we have about community. What I would think is all of those theme rooms would really make a child learn and know more about himself and his community. Much more so, we would like to think Museo Pambata as a Filipino children's museum. So at the end of the day, when a child comes out of the Museo Pambata, he'd feel good that he is a Filipino. He would learn things about the Philippines that he can be proud of. He would learn to know about his rights and his nationality and his identity as a Filipino. So those are the takeaways that we want. So if you go around the museum, you will see most of our exhibits really focus on the Philippines, a learning experience. So if there's education involved, it becomes a learning experience. That's why we have a lot of other children's centers now that helps the Filipino children at the moment. During our time, we were the only children's museum, and as much as possible, we're trying to help other, especially smaller communities or towns, in the remote areas, to have a children's museum in their various areas. In that way, the children will get to know more about their community, their situation, and about themselves as Filipinos. So that's what I hope, and I hope more students or more people would be in the field as cultural workers and as workers for children's education, especially creative education, because it's very important for children to learn how to be creative.